Hi, Alison, Jana, Alinda. Welcome, welcome. Just give everybody a couple of minutes to jump on. Just had a different call. So. Would anyone like to share some wins? Or ask a question to start with? Love to hear from you. Welcome. Is this anybody's first time?
It's interesting to me how this leaks into the rest of my life.
Right? Yeah.
The way that I eat now is very different. I've only been doing this for about a month now, and the way that I eat, the way that I approach food is just different. I used to sit down and be so desperate to just get all of it in as quickly as possible, and there was just this like Hoover mode. I just had to just eat it as much as I could, as fast as I could. And then it was almost like an achievement or something. And now I sit down and I actually relax and I take a bite and it's just different. And I find that idea kind of just translates into the rest of my life. And there's this less of a desperation than there was. And it's a very interesting process.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. Yeah. I mean, you've done the work, Alison, you've been here consistently, you've been doing the work. So just well done. You know, that's just a lot. You're seeing the fruits of your labor doing this work.
Thank you.
A good job.
I'm going to welcome Janet for the first time.
Janet here for the first time, is that right? Welcome, Janet. Anybody else here for the first time? Or anyone would like to share a win?
Another thing that I noticed is my serving sizes are getting smaller. I just naturally, because I don't want to throw anything away, I take less now, and it doesn't feel as depriving as it used to. So it's been interesting, and I've thrown more food away this week than I probably have in years combined, which is outrageous to me. That's unheard of for me. Mostly in these groups, mostly with tapping and following the modules, but still throwing food away for me has never been a thing. And as a kid, I would clean off other people's plates because of how my family viewed it. And so to be able to throw it away, to be able to not feel so desperate, and to be able to take smaller servings is just a huge win for me. So grateful.
Yeah, brilliant. Great win. Yeah. Would anyone else like to share a win or
I can.
Yes, Isabel.
Like him. The thing I'm doing tapping, and the thing I notice is now I'm a slow eater, so testing things, taking time, and like Alison, I put less on my plate and just enjoy, knowing that if I need more, then it will be available. And but it's a path with my eating way is now slower, and I enjoy eating more since then.
I love that. Brilliant. Great work. Great work. Or does anyone have any questions to ask? We will have some time at the end to ask for some Q&A also. Okay. I would like to do, I mean, whoever was on that, I just did a study call on limiting beliefs in our inner critic, but I would like to do it with the theme, like the topic now of being feeling like you're too sexy or anything to do with body boundaries. Okay, so these are limiting beliefs that you feel about your body being seen. Okay, so if you want to just write down, just give it 1 minute, maybe a minute and a half, write down the thoughts and the beliefs that you have about your body in terms of like being seen, or so something, you know, it could be it's not safe for me to be in my ideal body. It's not safe for me to be at my ideal weight. I'm afraid of, I won't be able to protect myself. I'm afraid of unwanted attention. Just do a brain dump of all the things. You can write this down. There's something quite therapeutic about writing out things. For those people that have just joined us now, we're just writing out limiting beliefs or lies that you've been telling yourself, critical thoughts that you have about yourself and your body, okay? Specifically about your body. Yeah, just another 20 seconds here. You can always add to this list as you go along. I'd like you to next go have a look at your limiting beliefs, at the lies you've been telling yourself about your body, and rate them on their truth statement. So 0 to 10. 0 is that it's not really true at all, you don't really believe it, and all the way to 10, the most true. Okay. And group them together. So if there's something that you know, some of them might be the same. I need, you know, for example, I need fat for protection, and I don't want to be too skinny because I'm not going to be able to protect myself. That's the same, right? Or I don't want to get unwanted attention. That's similar also. Okay, so it's I don't want to get unwanted attention, therefore I need the fat. Okay, so that's a similar belief. So kind of group those together. We're going to be working on one today. And you have the rest of this, you have the recording of this also to work on the other one. Yeah. And when we're not judging, we also just want to say we're not judging these thoughts that we have about ourselves. So anything that it might be quite confronting to look at these things that you've written down on that piece of paper, but we're just going to give ourselves the compassion and we're just going to be working through these. So try not to, judge yourself or belittle yourself for having these beliefs. Okay, everybody has these beliefs. Everybody is mean on themselves. Anyone with the brain has an inner critic. Okay, this inner critic's job is purely to keep us safe, and mostly these critical thoughts and these beliefs and these lies that we tell ourselves, they were created somewhere in our childhood because that little girl, she needed to feel safe. Does anyone have any questions about this? I want you to choose one. Okay, so you've rated the truth statement, and just choose one to work with today. Once you've chosen that one, I want you to write the opposite of that, or something that you would like to believe, but make it believable. Okay, so for the example that I chose about, it's not safe for me to be at my ideal weight, or I need fat as protection. The opposite of that is like, I'm totally safe in my body at any size. Okay, your brain might not believe that, right? So you want to just say something like, I'm open to the possibility of feeling safe at whatever size, or I choose to believe that I can protect myself now. Good. Does anyone have any questions about that, or need some assistance about what to write? So we're going to start off by doing some traditional tapping. So the traditional EFT tapping, which has us tap on that karate chop point 3 times, saying the statement of what is going on. Okay, so I'm going to say, I'll guide you through the whole thing, but I'm just going to say, even though I believe that, and when I pause, that's when you speak aloud the belief or the lie that you're telling yourself. Okay, and then I'll say, this belief, we're just going to go tap through the points and speak to that belief, and then anything else that's kind of related to that belief. For example, okay, the example of it's not safe for me to be in my ideal weight. I need weight as protection, right? Something that's related to that could be, well, I learned this from that thing that happened to me, that body boundary violation that happened to me, or I learned that because of that uncomfortable, creepy comment that I received. Just I can guide you through, but use this as your own script. Okay, make it yours. All right, so start tapping on the karate chop point. Take a deep breath here. Even though I have this belief, and insert your belief, I choose to love, forgive, and accept myself anyway. Even though I believe that, I choose to love, forgive, and accept myself anyway. Even though I have this belief that, I choose to love, forgive, and accept myself anyway. And I'm open to the possibility of, say the opposite of that. Good. Take a deep breath, start tapping through the points. This belief that, insert your belief. This old belief that. This lie that I've been telling myself about. I have this story. And I've held on to this story for a really long time. I've spent my whole life believing this lie. And I'm sick of it. I just don't like it. I don't like telling myself this lie. But part of me needs this lie. I've needed this lie to feel safe. I've believed this lie because, and insert why. This old stuck belief. It may be keeping me stuck, but it's familiar. And part of me needs this lie. This old lie. This old belief that, insert your belief. I have good reason for believing this belief. This belief has been reinforced because of even though I believe this belief, it's hurting me. And I choose to be open to the possibility of coming out of agreement with this lie. I choose to be open to the possibility of, and say your new thing. I choose to be open to the possibility of. Choose to be open to the possibility of. Couple more. I choose to be open to the possibility of. Last one, I choose to be open to the possibility of. Take a deep, slow breath. Shake your hands out. Good job. Go ahead and re-rate the intensity or the truth statement there. And if anyone would like to go off mute and share their experience or share what their rating was and what it is now. If it's still quite high, don't worry, we have some more tapping to do. Natasha.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So my belief is I will get harassed or assaulted if I'm in my ideal body, and that went from 10 to 7.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Thank you.
If you'd rather not share what your actual thing is, you don't have to either. Jennifer.
So the one I decided to work on is that if I'm too sexy, that people won't see my mind or my heart. And while I don't feel like I believe it any differently, I at least realized that I believe that not only about myself, but I think I believe that about other people. And I feel really horrible about that. But I think I came up with that as a way to love at least part of myself, even if I wasn't in my ideal body.
Big realization. Yeah. And that's totally yeah. So we will work on the when you believe that for yourself. We're going to be doing that same technique. But also another one, have you done the shadow work is all around that. Okay. So you for sure you're not alone. Okay. There's a whole lesson on that. Yeah. Which might be a good one to go to first. After next. After
I don't think I've gotten that far in the program yet, so I will look forward to that.
Yeah. And it's a very common one to come across. So yeah, you're not alone there. Well done. Good. Any last shares? Okay, let's do the next part of this next technique. So we're gonna go back to when you first created this belief or had the need for this belief. Okay. So in a moment, I'm going to walk you through the whole thing, but I just want to tell you the steps. So we're going to go back to that. We're going to feel everything that younger one was feeling, like echo tapping. And if there was someone that is, we're going to be releasing or coming out of agreement with the lie, generally, I'll speak now. There is somebody else that's connected to this, okay? Maybe you came up with this agreement, this lie, all by yourself, okay? That's a possibility. But another possibility is somebody was there that made you believe this, okay? So it's not safe for me to be in my ideal body because I might get, something unsafe might happen to me. I might get assaulted. So maybe the person that assaulted you is made you believe that lie, okay? So what we're going to do in this, if people are ready for that, is to forgive that person, okay? So we're not condoning what they did at all. We're doing this for ourselves. We're releasing that, like the resentment, the bitterness, the anger. We have to like release that for that person, okay? We're not doing it, we're not doing it for them. We're doing it for us, okay? This doesn't mean that you are ever going to have to see that person again. We're just doing this in our mind to be able just to release it, to put it down once and for all, okay? Nobody gets to defend that behavior, but most likely that person would have been super traumatized, super, screwed up. Something must have happened to them for them to act like they acted, okay? So if you're not ready for that, just skip over the forgiveness part. You can also call it something else. You can also call it, I release this. I release this thinking of this thing over and over again. I release this thing being in the way of me being happy, being content, being at peace, being in my ideal healthy body. I choose to stop fighting you. I choose to let this go. You can also choose to be open to the possibility. If you forgiving this person and letting this part of it go. Okay. And then we're going to be giving that lie up to our higher power, or whatever it is that you believe in. Might be God, might be the universe, angels. We're just going to give it away to somebody that's higher than ourselves. Okay, something greater than ourselves, so we don't have to deal with it. It's like, you look after this. You know, I've been carrying this around for decades. I choose to just give it up, like just take it from me. Okay. And then we get to have a little present from that person. Okay. So I'm going to guide you through the whole thing. Close down your eyes. Let's just take 3 slow, deep breaths together before you start tapping. Inhaling, exhale, just release. Do that twice more. Deep, deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. Last one, deep, deep inhale. And let it go. Allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. So before you start tapping, I just want you to feel the lie, the belief, the emotions that come along with that, and follow that back in time. You go way back. Just follow it back to when you very, very first felt like this, or wherever wants to show you today. Once you find the age, even if you feel like you're making it up, start tapping through the points. If you haven't found an age, just make one up, okay? Around about this age that was before 10. Start tapping through the points and walk toward that younger version of you. Freeze anybody else if they're around. If it doesn't feel safe to step inside her body now, just step beside her. Stand beside her and hold her hand. But if it does feel safe, go ahead and step in the body of that younger one. It's just you and her. Anyone else is frozen. Once you're in the body of that younger one, you're just going to tap, feel, and breathe. Couple more rounds here. If you feel some tears coming up, it's normal. At that young age, she didn't have the tools to process what was going on, but you, as the adult, you do. Now you can bring in that person that did you wrong, or that made that creepy comment about you, and you freeze them, or they can be like behind bars over the other side of the room. Continue tapping. You have your adult voice and adult wisdom inside you. You can say anything that you want to this person. Just let them have it. And say some deserve statements. I don't deserve to be treated like this. Say what you do deserve. I deserve respect. I deserve to feel safe. You find some anger coming up, just shake it out. Stomp your feet maybe there. Shake it out, shake it out. I say no to this behavior. Back off. You have no right. I say no. No means no. If you want to kick this person, punch them, go ahead. Good. And this part is optional if you want to send them to the healing center, or you could imagine them being taken away and sent to a rehab or sent to jail. And in this jail, in this rehab, they are getting a real stern talking to. So maybe someone that they would have respected and admired. Tell them how much of a beat that they've been. And they realize how wrong that they've been. And they come back to you, you're still in the body of that young one, and they fully apologize to you without blaming anybody else or going into story. Just have them take responsibility. You can respond to them in any way that you'd like. And if you're ready, you could say that I choose to forgive you for, or I'm open to the possibility of forgiving you for. And also say, I forgive you for making me believe the lie that, insert your lie. You could even say, look, I'm not condoning your behavior, but I'm ready to release this for me. Okay, so see that person go off, stay in the body of that younger version of you. And say, I choose to come out of the agreement with the lie, and insert your lie there. I am done with this lie. I am done with this belief. I choose to take back my control. I choose to allow my success. Good job. And now I can see that higher power, God, or the angels, or whoever it is that you believe in, see them come down. And I want you to give that lie to them. You can lay it at their feet or hand it over, or ask them to take it from you. And once you do that, once you finish that, I want you to imagine that you are receiving a gift in return. Maybe you get a hug also. Keep tapping through the points. I want you to step out of the body of that younger one and go back in as the age that you are today. Give that little one a big, big hug. And tell her that you're really, really proud of her. Tell her that she is safe now. That you will keep her safe. It's safe for her to say no. To stick up for herself. And anything else that you'd like her to know. See that beautiful healing light coming in from above as you hug your little one. And see and feel this beautiful healing light just wash away, melt away any residual tension, fear or unsafety in your whole body and hers. Now imagine that you could fill up with this beautiful healing light, filling up, filling up, filling up your whole body and hers. It recharges every single cell in your body and hers. Breathing deeply, see and feel this beautiful healing light filling up your feet and toes, your ankles, shins and calves. Few slow, deep breaths as you see and feel this beautiful healing light filling up your knees and thighs. Your pelvis and hers. Filling up your belly, your lower, mid, and upper back. Filling up your heart space. Melting away any residual tension in your heart. Filling up your throat and neck and hers. Your shoulders, arms, and hands. Filling up your head and hers. Your ears. Look down at your little one And ask her if she wants to come with you and live inside of your heart. If she would rather stay there, just give her a hug. Say your goodbyes. But if she wants to come with you, go ahead and shrink her down. Place her into the center of your chest. And as you do, your light grows and glows even brighter. And then you're going to see and feel her grow through the ages and through the different bodies, knowing that she is safe. It's safe for her to be in her ideal body. She's never alone. She's loved unconditionally. It's safe for her to speak up for herself. Say no. Continue seeing and feeling her grow through the ages and through the different bodies. All the way until she gets to the age you are today. Take a deep, slow breath, yeah. Slowly come back. Good job, everybody. Take some water if you have some there. Good. Anyone like to share how that was for them? You can go back and re-rate the intensity, the truth statement of your of what you've been working with today. Would anyone like to share? I'd love to hear from you. This is also a safe place to share. You don't have to share. It's always a nice to hear from other people. Yes, hi Linda.
I usually don't get strong images, but when you said about the gift, I got presented a pair of scissors, which I immediately used to cut like an old-fashioned tape that was like running through my head.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I cut the tape so it could no longer run through my head. So that was a really strong image. Usually don't get very much, so
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I like that.
Great one to get. Good job. Anyone else that can just share their gift? That would be a fun thing. Not too scary to share.
I have always had a lot of shame around a lot of things, and I've found that not only did I have the right to say no, I also have the right to say yes if I want to, and that was an interesting difference to me.
Yeah, brilliant. Last moment. Okay, we'll end the call then. If anything else comes up for you, feel free to post on in the Facebook group. We'd love to hear from you there. You can keep that list, and if anything else pops up for you, you can add it to that list and just go ahead and start checking off that list with this recording. You can also use the echo tapping to do that. This is it's essentially what we did today. The second technique is the echo tapping, just with some other added little things in there. All right, well done, everybody. Great call, really great call. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.